Hey everyone, this is Alicia and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I did this gem liner floating cut crease look. So if you want to see how I created it, just keep on watching. I'm starting off by priming my lids using the Ulta Beauty Full Coverage Concealer in the shade Deep Cool, and then I'm going to blend it out using my Real Techniques concealer brush. To set my base, I'm using my BH Cosmetics No. 3 brush from the Studded Elegance brush set and some Cover FX Translucent Light Setting Powder. For this look, I'm using the Huda Beauty Sand Haze Obsessions eyeshadow palette, and I'm using this shade and my Morphe M507 brush to deposit this into my outer V. I'm also placing this shade into my crease, making sure not to bring it in all the way across my lid. I'm going to stop about an inch before I reach the bridge of my nose. Right now, I'm just focusing on building this shade up. I wanted to add some more depth and deepen up my outer V without actually using a black eyeshadow. So I'm using the same Morphe M507 brush, and I went into the shade Torch from the Colored Raine Smoke Show eyeshadow palette. And this gave me such a gorgeous dark and brown shade when I blended both these shades together. I'm just adding a bit more of each shade a little at a time until I get my desired color. Now with an e.l.f. blending brush, I'm going into this shade from the Sand Haze palette and I'm placing this shade above my crease, but I'm making sure to still leave some room to place down my transition shade later on. This is such a beautiful light terracotta shade and it helped create such a beautiful gradient when using it. I'm going to alternate between both brushes, just building each shade up and to make sure to always blend away any harsh edges that are created. Using a Morphe B44 brush, I'm applying this shade as my brow bone highlight. Using a Morphe M505 brush, I'm now applying this shade below my brow bone highlight as my transition shade. I'm using this brush and it helped diffuse the outer edges of my above crease color, and I absolutely love how easy it made this step. I'm just alternating between each of my brushes and the previous shades, making sure everything looks well blended together. To cut my crease and ultimately carve out my lid, I'm using the Plouise and MMMMitchell Blank Canvas Acid Rain Paint and a Royal and Langnickel Zen No. 8 brush. I'm creating an elongated shape starting in a pointed position by the bridge of my nose and then following the natural shape of my eye towards the outer portion. I'm taking my time doing this step because I want to make sure that I have a precise shape. This is my first time using any of the Acid Rain paints and I love the buildable coverage that it gave me. After I've mapped out the shape, I coated my lid in the base and then took a Wet n Wild eyeshadow brush to blend out the edge of that base so that I didn't have a harsh line. I didn't want to speed this part up too much, that way you can actually see that it does take a bit of time to carve out your lid. It's not something that you can do in like 3 seconds flat, and it does take a bit of patience. Just take your time. Now I'm just going back in with my M507 brush and some more of Torch and apply this to the outer portion of the base that I just placed down. I'm doing this so that it's easier to blend out my other shades that I placed down on my lid as well. Taking my Morphe M167 brush and this shade, I'm patting it down onto my tacky base from the inner portion towards the center of my lid. This shade was Fallout City. The other shades didn't give me any issues with fallout, but this shade was an absolute pain. The pigmentation was beautiful and it didn't give me any issues building it up. And I'm not normally one to complain about fallout, but if I were the type of person to do my foundation first, I would be thoroughly pissed about this.
I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let...
Going back into that terracotta shade and my e.l.f. blending brush, I'm placing this between that peachy shade and torch, and this is going to help marry those colors together. I went back in with my previous brushes in their respective shades and slightly overlapped each onto each other to give me such a beautiful blend. I used the makeup remover wipe just to clean my lower lash line, and now I'm just checking to make sure that both sides are symmetrical. As you can see, I didn't think the inner portion was extended enough, so I just went back in with some more blank canvas and that peachy shade. To create my wing, I'm using the Ulta Beauty Matte Brown Liquid Liner. I sped this part up because I have an in-depth eyeliner tutorial that breaks down exactly how I create my wing, linked in the description box down below, as well as by clicking the little eye icon on the screen.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light...
Once my wing is created, I'm just taking my Duo Lash Glue to create an outline for where I'm going to place my gems. I'm working in sections to ensure that my glue doesn't dry before I have a chance to place them down. For the tip of my wing, I'm applying the clear crystals from this set. They are the 2mm size. Then I'm going to place the 3mm clear crystals from this set. I'm using eagle beak tweezers or something of that name to place these gems down. Once I've covered that section, I'm then going to place down some more glue and then place more gems down. This was the most tedious yet rewarding part of this look. Once I get towards the inner part of my eye, meaning towards my inner corner, I start to apply some more small gems, which are the 2mm size. The first eye took me 45 minutes to place the gems down, but this eye only took me about 30 minutes, and that's because I had never done anything like this before. Just take your time and work in sections and you'll get it. I left this part at a normal speed so that you can get an idea of how to do this part, and then I'm going to speed up the rest.
But it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, for you, for you.
I'm coating my lashes using the Lancome Cils Booster XL Mascara Primer, and as I'm waiting for that to dry down, I'm going in with my Artist Loft No. 0 brush and the MBA Cosmetics Orange Cream Liner to outline my cut crease. I'm following the whole shape throughout and then slightly flick it outwards once I get to the end of my lid. If your liner got a bit messy, you can always go back in with some of that peach shade and the Morphe M505 brush to clean it up. Now that my lash primer is dry, I'm going to coat them using the Lancome Big is the New Black mascara. For lashes, I'm using my OG faves, which are the Rebel Access So Cute lashes. And of course, you know that you can check the description box down below for a discount code to save you some money. Right now I'm using a purple detail brush and some more of that terracotta shade to do some fine tuning. I'm also cleaning up that graphic line and cleaning up my lower lash line with a makeup remover wipe. The rest of my face was done off camera, and now I'm applying some more concealer to my lower lash line, and I'm going to blend it out with the same Wet n Wild eyeshadow brush. Right now, I'm packing torch as close to my waterline as possible with my M507 brush before I line my waterline using the Essence Cocoa Bean Gel Eyeliner. Going back in with my M505 brush and this shade is going to help diffuse that brown shade so that it isn't as harsh, and then I'm going to follow back up with my M507 brush and some more torch to really smoke out my lower lash line.
I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it.
Now I'm just doing my bottom lashes using the same Lancome primer and mascara.
Shine through if you believe it's true, baby, won't you let
I wanted a really intense and sparkly inner corner highlight, so I applied the NYX Glitter Primer and then topped it with a bit of the Coastal Scent Starburst and Bulk Glitters Cloud Buster Clear Loose Glitters, and this completes the look. I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please don't forget to share it, like, comment, and subscribe, as well as turn on your notifications, and I hope to see you all soon. Bye.